my name is Millie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about how to develop a working actor mindset. If you've ever heard the term working actor, it kind of refers to professional actors who are getting paid to do acting on a regular basis. So in order to get to that level, you have to develop the mindset to even work on that type of level. So in order to build a sustainable career in acting, just like anything else, you have to build up your resume, you have to build up your credits, you have to be working on it consistently. That's the only way to build a career out of anything, really, not just acting. So these are kind of my tips for things that I've learned of how to develop that mindset, because if we all want to be working actors one day, and that's the goal, if you're watching me today, for example, you have to develop the mindset before you're even there and already be in that that mental zone. So in order to be there, these are some tips and things that I've learned through backstage articles, through my research, through advice given to me, through people who I know who are working actors, through advice given by A-list actors in interviews. There's so many ways you can find out this same advice that I'm going to give you today. But basically, it all boils down to 3 steps that I'm going to go over today. The first thing you're going to have to worry about is goal setting. That kind of includes vision boarding, manifestation, all of that. The second thing is planning and scheduling and making a commitment. And the third is action, and not only action, but consistent action, because that's the only way you're going to develop a habit of doing your acting work on a daily basis, regular basis, to really build your career. So these are the 3 steps you're going to have to do. And I'm going to kind of go into each one a little bit. And then I'm also going to have a blog post link below. So if you want to know even more details about each one, I'm going to write it out there for you so that this video isn't 10 years long. So first thing is goal setting. So we've all learned goal setting back in, say, like grammar school. But you never really think about it in terms of acting. Like most people kind of have like a lofty goal of, oh, one day I want to get an Oscar, or I just want to be on TV, or whatever, like something really random, like, I don't know, I just see myself on Broadway. Those are good goals, but they need to be more specific. Just like with any other career, you wouldn't just say, I want to do healthcare, when you rather be a very specific ER type of nurse, for example. You have to make your career goals very specific, and then go after it very specifically and with focus. So the only way you're going to make it anywhere in acting is by keeping that specificity and keeping that focus on what you want. And the only way to do that is to really do that soul searching and figure out what kind of acting it is you want to do, what kind of actor you want to be. If you've never thought about this before, this is something you should really spend some time on. Spend some time journaling, talk to your colleagues, talk to people who've seen your acting, think about what type of actor you are, what type of actor you want to be, what kind of roles you want to play, what really inspires you to be an actor in the first place. Those are all good stepping stones to figure out what kind of goals you want. You can't expect to be an actor, especially a working actor, without professional training, without actually putting in the time that other working actors have done. It might seem like there's some A-list actors who are overnight successes, but most of those, if you look into them, are not really overnight successes. There really is no such thing. They just happen to have shown up in the public eye very quickly, but they've usually been working at acting, at their craft, at classes for years, and they didn't just pop up all of a sudden and get their lead role in an action film, for example. So you can't be unrealistic with your goals. Really look into the backgrounds of people that you admire and set your goals realistically. So the thing that really helps me out with goal setting is basically figuring out my goals and then attaching that to a vision board and creating visuals. As you know, most human beings, actors alike, are very visual. So you need to create these vision boards so that you can look at it every day. It's something that reminds you of what you're working toward. You can put it on your desk, you can put it on a wall. It also just helps you remember why you're doing what you're doing every day. That makes sense. So you can put it on your phone, you can put it on your desk, anywhere you're going to see it consistently. It's really helpful, in my opinion. So if you want me to do a video on goal setting or vision boarding, I could do either one. Let me know. So second thing, in order to become a working actor and to develop a working actor mindset, is to make sure you're actually planning your life out, scheduling your life, and then once you're doing that, you have to actually commit yourself to that schedule. It's one thing to plan out when you're going to work on your acting life stuff, but then the follow through is what's most important. Setting a schedule for yourself that's realistic, that you can actually stick to on a consistent basis, is the most important thing, because even if you're taking baby steps towards your goal, it's still better than nothing, because you keep putting off your acting work and things you have to do. The things you can schedule on your calendar, for example, are things like your social media, your classes, your rehearsals, finding scenes, reading scenes. There's so much. Reading backstage articles. It just needs to be something consistently every day. For me, it helps the most to have a set time to do acting stuff. So for me, it's first thing in the morning, because then I get it out of the way. But it's more of finding a time that works for you. If that's in the evening, as part of your evening routine, that to build an acting career, you have to actually build it. You can't just expect someone to hand you a role. It's just like with any other career. You can't expect to just show up and be a doctor one day. It's not how it works. You can't just show up onto a set and expect to be an actor. It's going to sound harsh, but you are not entitled to any part or any role. I know it's very easy with acting to look at a show, to look at a film and be like, oh, I could do that so much better, or I'm totally right for that part, whatever. You don't see behind the scenes of how much training it took for that person to get there, how many auditions they had to go through to get there. What are their past credits that got them there in the first place? What connections they made to get them there? There's a lot that goes into it. It might seem easy or like they came out of nowhere and you could do the same thing, but it's a lot harder than you think. It takes actors years, upon years of rejection, to get their first lead role in anything. So just be realistic about it. It's a competitive career. You should know this going into it, and develop the working actor mindset that doesn't matter. It's not going to deter you from your goals. You know what your goals are. You're going to go for them anyway. So you need to decide what you want and then have nothing come in the way of that. No matter what happens day to day, no matter what opinions are thrown at you, just know that you are very solid in your goals and you're going to go after it no matter what. It's really helpful for me, for example, to not only do my daily to-do list, but to do a weekly to-do list, monthly goals, even yearly goals. All that stuff can be incorporated into your vision board, or you can just write them out somewhere. What do you want to be doing in a month? What do you want to be doing this summer? What do you want to be doing next fall? All of that. It's all really important to kind of have your goal in mind for the future. So you're not just kind of wandering aimlessly, just doing random things and submitting for random auditions and things. You have a goal in mind for exactly what you are looking for. To really develop a working actor mindset, you need to be organized. As much as you don't like using a planner, you really should use one. You should use a planner, use a Google Calendar, use whatever organizational system works for you best, whether or not that's pen and paper. If you have a Post-it note system, that's awesome. Whatever really works to float your boat, but you should be planning out your weekly goals, your monthly goals, your yearly goals, and your day-to-day tasks so that you stay on top of things and you really kind of motivate yourself in this business and to take those steps day by day, because you're not going to become an overnight success. It's just not how it is. And you need to take these daily actions to get there. Schedule it, commit to it, do it consistently, and then let's keep each other accountable. Let's keep each other on point to get all this stuff done. I'm going to link my blog post down below with way further details on everything I went over today. So if you want to read that, if you're a visual person, or if you want to refer back to it in the future, I know it's including a lot of information, and I know it can be overwhelming, but it is a lot to become a working actor, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. So just know that you can do it. It's possible. A lot of people have done it and are doing it with a full-time job, with a part-time job. No matter where you are, you can become an actor. You can do this if this is what you really want. So I'm here for you. Let's support each other. Comment down below if you have any questions. If you want me to do any requests like a vision board, goal setting, I can do videos on all of that. So let me know. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. And thanks so much for watching. I really hope this helps somebody who has some questions about what it means to be a working actor, or just even actors who are out there slaying it right now but just need some added motivation. I hope this was helpful too. So if you really like this video, feel free to like it so I know. That's really helpful. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love the support and to build this community around actors who are doing awesome stuff so we can hold each other accountable. So join my group. I'd love it. Okay, bye.